Hello and welcome back to Senior Financial Updates. If you rely on Social Security, Supplemental Security Income, Social Security Disability Insurance, or retirement income to help support your everyday living expenses, today's conversation is one you will want to stay with from beginning to end. Over the past several days, a wave of headlines has started spreading across financial websites, policy discussions, and social media posts about major changes happening inside the Social Security system. Many of these headlines focus on disability payments and a new shift in how the Social Security Administration plans to handle customer service for millions of Americans. For seniors, retirees, and people living with disabilities, these reports have sparked a lot of questions. Some people are wondering if payments are changing. Others are asking whether the system will finally start moving faster after years of delays. And many applicants currently waiting for disability decisions are hoping these changes might shorten the long waiting periods they have been experiencing. Before we explore what is really happening, it is important to pause for a quick clarification. Senior Financial Updates is an independent informational channel created to help explain financial news and policy changes that may affect retirees and benefit recipients. Senior Financial Updates is not affiliated with the Social Security Administration or with any government agency. Our purpose is simply to take complicated government updates and explain them in clear, calm language so you can better understand how they may affect your financial future. Now let's talk about what is actually changing. According to multiple policy reports and government updates, the Social Security Administration has begun rolling out a series of internal reforms designed to improve how disability benefits are processed and how the agency communicates with the public. These changes come after years of criticism that the system had become too slow, too complicated, and too overwhelmed by a growing number of disability claims. For people applying for Social Security Disability Insurance, commonly known as SSDI, or Supplemental Security Income disability benefits, the process of receiving a decision has often taken far longer than most applicants expect. In many cases, individuals who are unable to work because of serious medical conditions must wait months before learning whether their application has been approved or denied. Research from the Urban Institute, a public policy research organization based in Washington, D.C., highlighted just how large the problem had become. At one point, the backlog of disability claims was on track to exceed 2 million pending cases across the country. That number represents an enormous volume of applications waiting to be reviewed. For the people behind those numbers, the situation can be incredibly stressful. Disability benefits are typically requested by individuals who are dealing with severe health issues that prevent them from maintaining steady employment. Many applicants apply only after their savings have already been stretched thin. As of early 2025, estimates suggested that applicants for SSDI and SSI disability benefits were waiting an average of about 7 months just to receive an initial eligibility decision. And that was only the first step. If an application was denied, the appeals process could add many more months, and sometimes even years, to the overall timeline. But the backlog problem was not the only challenge facing the Social Security Administration. During 2025, a major restructuring effort across parts of the federal government led to significant staffing changes at the agency. The restructuring initiative, often referred to in policy discussions as the Department of Government Efficiency, or DOGE, resulted in the elimination of more than 7,000 positions within the Social Security workforce. Supporters of the restructuring argued that the changes were intended to make government agencies more efficient by reducing administrative costs and modernizing outdated systems. However, critics warned that losing thousands of experienced workers could place additional pressure on an agency that was already struggling to keep up with the volume of disability applications and public inquiries. Some policy analysts predicted that fewer employees could lead to even longer wait times for applicants and slower responses for people trying to contact Social Security for help with their benefits. Faced with those challenges, the Social Security Administration began implementing new systems designed to improve efficiency and reduce delays. The goal is to modernize the way disability claims are processed while also introducing technology upgrades intended to speed up certain parts of the review process. According to updates released by the agency, early implementation of these upgrades has already produced measurable results. Social Security reports that the backlog of disability cases has been reduced by roughly 30% since June of 2024. That does not mean the backlog has disappeared, but it does suggest that the new system may be starting to move cases through the process more quickly. One of the primary objectives of these upgrades is to reduce the time it takes to determine whether an applicant qualifies for disability benefits. Reviewing a disability claim is not a simple task. It involves examining detailed medical records, employment history, income information, and professional evaluations regarding a person's ability to work. The new approach relies more heavily on digital processing systems that help organize and evaluate information more efficiently. By streamlining certain administrative steps, the agency hopes to shorten the waiting period between the moment someone submits an application and the moment they receive a decision. Another improvement the agency hopes to achieve involves reducing the delay between approval and the first benefit payment. In the past, even after a disability claim was approved, some recipients had to wait additional time before their payments officially began. Faster processing could help shorten that gap and provide financial relief sooner for people who qualify. However, disability processing is only one part of the transformation now taking place. The Social Security Administration is also making significant changes to the way it handles customer service. For decades, the agency relied on a nationwide network of roughly 1,250 field offices. These local offices handled many tasks independently, and their staff members often developed deep knowledge about the specific needs of their communities. This local expertise allowed employees to help people navigate complicated situations involving state programs, regional policies, and unique personal circumstances. But the decentralized system also meant that service experiences could vary depending on which office someone contacted. Under the new structure being introduced, the agency is shifting toward a more centralized approach. Many services will now rely more heavily on national support systems, technology platforms, and centralized call centers rather than being handled entirely at the local office level. Supporters believe this transition could eventually lead to faster phone response times, easier appointment scheduling, and improved online access for millions of beneficiaries. Digital scheduling tools and centralized service teams could allow people to resolve simple questions more quickly without needing to visit a field office in person. But not everyone believes the transition will be completely smooth. Financial expert Michael Ryan explained in a recent interview that while faster phone pickup and improved online scheduling could benefit many people, there is also a possibility that more complicated cases could become harder to resolve during the early stages of the transition. In the past, local office employees often had deep familiarity with their state's systems and policies. When operations become centralized, some of that specialized local knowledge may not be as easily available to service representatives working in national support centers. Because of that, experts suggest that recipients may experience what could be described as a temporary adjustment period while the new systems are rolled out and refined. Some services may become faster, while other types of cases may take additional time to resolve as staff members adapt to the new structure. These operational changes officially began taking effect on March 7, marking one of the most significant administrative shifts inside the Social Security Administration in recent years. For seniors and retirees watching today, there is an important point to keep in mind. These changes are primarily focused on disability programs such as SSDI and SSI disability benefits. Traditional Social Security retirement payments are not directly affected by the disability claim processing upgrades. If you are currently receiving retirement benefits, your monthly payment schedule, deposit timing, and benefit calculation formulas remain the same under the existing system. However, the customer service changes could affect anyone who contacts the Social Security Administration. Whether you are asking questions about retirement benefits, updating personal information, applying for disability benefits, or scheduling an appointment, you may notice new digital tools and centralized service channels being introduced. It is also important to remember that while faster processing is the goal, large administrative changes often take time before their full effects become visible. Even with improved technology, disability determinations still require careful review of medical evidence and legal eligibility standards. For people currently waiting for a disability decision, the recent reduction in backlog is a positive sign. If the improvements continue, future applicants may experience shorter waiting periods than those who applied during the height of the backlog crisis. You may also come across social media posts claiming that these system changes will dramatically increase monthly payments or create entirely new Social Security benefits. At this time, there is no confirmed information indicating that these upgrades will raise the amount of monthly SSDI, SSI, or retirement payments. Benefit levels are determined through established formulas and annual adjustments such as the cost of living adjustment, often called COLA, which is tied to inflation data. Administrative system upgrades do not automatically change benefit amounts. So the most important thing right now is separating confirmed facts from speculation. The confirmed information is that the Social Security Administration is implementing technology upgrades and structural changes intended to reduce disability claim backlogs and modernize customer service. Early reports suggest the backlog has already been reduced by roughly 30% since mid-2024, and the broader rollout of the new system officially began on March 7. What remains uncertain is exactly how quickly these changes will improve processing times nationwide and how smoothly the transition will unfold for applicants and beneficiaries. For millions of Americans who depend on Social Security programs, even small operational changes can have a meaningful impact. That is why staying informed about updates like these can help reduce confusion and provide a clearer picture of what to expect. Here on Senior Financial Updates, our goal is to continue monitoring these developments and bring you clear explanations based on verified information rather than rumors or speculation. As lawmakers continue discussing the future of Social Security, disability programs, retirement benefits, and Medicare funding, new proposals and administrative changes will likely continue appearing in the news. But for now, the key takeaway is simple. The Social Security Administration is attempting to address long-standing delays in disability claim processing while modernizing the way the agency communicates with the public. Early signs suggest progress is being made, but the transition to a more technology-driven system may take time before its full benefits are realized. Thank you for spending a few minutes with us today here on Senior Financial Updates. If you found this explanation helpful and want to stay informed about the latest Social Security developments affecting seniors and retirees across the United States, consider subscribing to Senior Financial Updates so you never miss an important update. We truly appreciate you being here, and we look forward to seeing you in the next update.